Hello, welcome back to my channel and to another reaction video. This time we continue the Warhammer Fantasy lore videos. This is Skarbrand, Exile of Khorne.
Skarbrand, the drinker of blood, the wrathful reaper, but above all, the exiled one. Bloodthirsters are the greatest demons of Khorne, burning shards of their master's hatred, strength, and wrath.
His design is freaking amazing.
All have earned gruesome epithets in service to the blood god, but only Skarbrand bears the title of Exile. In the eternity of carnage that is the great game between the ruinous powers of chaos, no champion unleashed greater slaughter than Skarbrand. To Khorne, he earned victories uncounted. It was Skarbrand that tore down the gates of Slaaneish's first palace of pleasure, bringing vast, absolute ruin to the prince's harem within. And when the other dark gods marched united against Khorne, it was Skarbrand that led the 8 hosts of murder to triumph. No pestilence could decay his hide, no sorcery could break his will, and no seduction could stay his rage. The mountains of skulls he claimed for Khorne's throne, and the oceans of gore left in his wake, were unequaled in all existence. His 2 great axes, Carnage and Slaughter, were feared across every realm, not only for Skarbrand's unsurpassed skill in wielding
I always
them,
find it funny when they start naming their weapons.
of a rival bloodthirster that had sought to claim his place. Skarbrand enjoyed the favor of Khorne like no other, but it was this honor that would eventually bring him to an even deeper damnation. To challenge Skarbrand in any test of martial prowess was an impotent gesture, one that could result in only death. But it was a trivial matter for Tzeentch, the architect of fate, to turn the greatest champion of Khorne against his master. The pride Skarbrand felt in his conquest was kindled and twisted until the embers of hubris burned within his soul. The demon came to see weakness in Khorne, a god who only dwelled within his fortress while others battled in his name. Eager to prove his worthiness to sit atop the stone
That's
throne in
awesome
Khorne's place,
artwork
Skarbrand was
right there.
goaded into ever greater acts of destruction. Finally, Tzeentch's designs reached fruition, and Skarbrand's pride and rage was redirected towards the blood god himself. Skarbrand struck when Khorne's back was turned and his attention directed elsewhere. The mightiest bloodthirster ever willed into existence, Skarbrand's blow might have decimated mountains or toppled cities, but against Khorne, it was pitiful. Only the smallest chip was made in the blood god's brass armor, but it was enough to draw his terrible fury. It is possible that Skarbrand's betrayal was unprecedented within the realm of chaos. Conceivably, it might have been the first time any god of chaos ever felt the indignity of such a strike, dismal though it might have been. It was certainly enough for just a moment to paralyze the entire Aether, as god and demon alike awaited Khorne's response. Though none within the blood god's realm will speak of it, Skarbrand is whispered to have been seized by the throat and cursed by name. Incandescent with wrath, Khorne choked the life from his champion until all that remained was Skarbrand's bottomless rage. From the highest rampart of the brass citadel, Khorne cast the demon deep into the realm of chaos, forever banishing Skarbrand from his sight and favor. The bloodthirster is said to have burned like a comet of terrible omen across an unchanging sky for 8 days and nights. The impact of his landing gouged a canyon deep into the land, and left Skarbrand's once mighty wings shredded and torn. Skarbrand was left frozen in that first moment of betrayal, forever deranged even by the standard of demons. He is today a senseless husk, tormented by a deep sense of self-loathing, though he no longer has the wit to fully understand why. He has no personality, no thoughts, no goals, no desires, only a dull awareness of loss and a desperate need to redeem himself. He is an empty vessel. Yet Skarbrand exudes a raging madness. Even the most judicious of mortal beings cannot resist his corruption. Wherever he treads,
Interesting choice to them to add this heroic music for someone like Skarbrand.
devoid of any instinct for self-preservation. At the center of this anarchy is Skarbrand, his tortured roars enough to shatter buildings and burn away flesh. In exile, he serves the Blood God more faithfully than ever, perhaps in the hope that with enough slaughter and carnage spilled in Khorne's name, he might once again enter the pantheon of the Lord of Skulls as his most favored champion. But this is an impossibility. There is little regret in the heart of the Blood God, and he spares none for Skarbrand.
Cool. That was an interesting character, Skarbrand. I've seen him in several of the game trailers and always liked his designs. But yeah, so the backstory is he was the champion of Blood God Khorne until he decided to turn on him, only to find out that he was no match and pretty much got completely destroyed now, doing whatever possible in hopes of getting back to the Blood God's good graces. Here we had they listed all that here. That is nothing but a husk with no personality, no goals or anything, just willpower to try and get back into Khorne's favor. But yeah, they said it's an impossibility. Well, I mean, why would Khorne take him back? He serves him better as what he is now, spreading carnage wherever he goes. But yeah, once again, the artwork they used on this video was spectacular. I do recognize some of them from their other works in Warhammer 40k and whatnot. But yeah, art choice was the music. They will also use that in previous videos, but it's usually done in, whenever they describe so-called good guys. It was an art choice to put that on someone where it was an odd choice to put that song in this video, but I didn't hate it. I actually rather enjoyed it. But anyway, what do you guys think? Write your thoughts down below. Hope you enjoyed my reaction. Drop a comment, drop a like, subscribe if you want, and I will see you in another video. Bye.